1, 2, 1, 2. TOM, teachers of my. Who am I today? The scribe, been forever, but the name changes with the times. I come from a place where space is home. I go into realms where your face is gone. A change gon' come. As a teen, hypnotized deep in a sleep, party and slumber. 11 life path number, a life of death that's rebirth. Recall realities to reemerge. Soul purge, I'll lend you frequency like loan words. Before I teach, I'll spit a poem first. Step on stage, set the stage, car walking, set ablaze, divine fire. The body is divine attire, sewn from words. Sound frequency, awakening dreams. Don't pinch me every day I wake up, it's a home birth. Start from zero to become the heroes. Cycles of time causes expansion of mind. Potential is exponential. Gain XP, what your power made of. I've had to face self, face to fate, a double fate. What will I make of the present? I'm just trying to pet heaven. Twice great, 2 arms up is none to wave. It's nothing to wave. God separate the waters from the waters. Genesis 1 and 6. See, that source is thousands of years prior to a Bible even existing. It's called the Pet, word for heaven. Watchers of noon, primordial, pre-ordered, bringing order in order. Its law the scales will represent. A double gift, read present, Ray is present. Ra, amen to the God inside. The crown will glow as consciousness grows. So what assignment are you on? Doubles. Bodies from walking. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By a step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By a step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. Serpent mind winding in alignment. Straight from Orion, the origins. Dig into the root, Kim originals. The oracle speaking. Your aura is gleaming. The sons of God, Amen Ra. Who can't afford a reason to fall below your own means, meaning reaching beyond the firmament ceiling. I see linguistics tricking us deep into sleeping. The way we live inception, I must be dreaming. Doubles, double L, square root, mirrors, reverse the image. My grip is slipping. Almost forgot the point of the mission. Statements point out all the contradictions. Blatant truth lives where my eye is foundation. Yeah, co-founded a nation. Dictionary study spells can be scary. Etymology, this here is completion. Cycle circles, dualism, wisdom. I peddle flowers. 2 eyes are watching to see through the double realm I'm healing. Never out of what's within him. Infinite reasons, just like my brother Arcad. Always remain calm against demons. Death culture, to be alive here, it's a lie here. They crossed us into thinking that death isn't living. The lies are falling through my palms, arm wide, holes in my hand. The Pope's in command, I demand the throne back. Ancient teachings, I'm a throwback. Picture that, see this moment here is cold that. So black, I see through lies. Why they hold that, ocean motions, I'm flowing through noon in the boats of consciousness. My tongue is rolling, planting seeds, sowing, Neo speaking, untangled quantum DNA, spitting frequencies. I hear Christians scream hallelujah, and this ain't that the name of God is God. I must bring the order back, the scales are tipping. In the court of Allah, moonshine, Tehuti is Yah. This here is Ptah, bulldozing, the one chosen. Focus, when the light hits you, just open like lotus. Melt your mind when in mind time is frozen. Blow minds, my mind is golden. Coat me in gold, I've got a gold coat round me like I'm Tutankhamun. Like his when you spell my name 3 lines in. Scribe, presenting the law's findings. Who's he? I me, an echo of Tehuti. Yes, I do my best to do my best. Lead with the left, heart out my chest. By step out of the flesh. On my crown is the Nemes, Corona shining. We do our best to do our best. Volume 1. For the record. Open your eye in alignment with time and you see the truth like it's a physical thing. From the darkness I rise, so it's not a surprise when you learn of the light that I bring. As above, so below, I find a rhythm and flow as I grow with a pendulum swing. This is the matrix where everyone's faking they sleep here in life while we wake up in dreams. Shedding the skin like a serpent, this work makes it worth it. Attaining a purpose while searching internal, examine what all is in me. Most will not make it, so can I take it? Reality shaking, you've seen what I've seen. Reap what you sow, reap and weed. You cannot read in vibrations that none of them speak. Walking metal, netter, light is feather is heavy to learn that your will isn't free. Neteru willing, I continue to lead with my ebas. I'm sweeping my consciousness clean. Training in realms that are unseen. My aura is summons set fire to all of the fiends. Stand on my eyes, is all seeing. I we supply 93, that means we are supreme. Healing through tones on my senses, connecting in this year. Wealthy is health, this is green. This is illusion, reality veiled in delusion. Thoughts become intrusive, it's foolish to not know by now that it ain't what it seems. This is way more than belief. I see clearly the lines. My six senses of sight are hypnotized. No wonder everyone sleeps. It's time to set off the alarm. The performance of form. Don't you know you're a star? God in human form and you rise with the beast. More than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper. Seeing the state of the planet, the damage, the famines expanding beyond your belief. I see they landed, they've handed the people a cannon and aiming it right at your feet. Blowing a hole where you're standing, creating the panic. The tactical planning is deep. Teaching you're only a man and the God is in heaven, the seventh outside of your reach. If you're the question, they'll call you a manic, frantic, erratic, depression, demonic. When you're teaching through the magical speech, they'll call you serpent, the one in the garden. Pardon my knowledge for having the knowledge and prowess to see. He really told the truth to Adam and Eve. You'll have distinction between good and evil if you eat of the fruit of the tree. Now you're a god, open your eye, cleansing yourself so that now you can see. They stole the stories and twisted them like it's a spliff. They put the fire to leaves, I put the fire to speech. I put the fire to heat. We don't do liars and thieves, they just desire to greed. This is my record to keep, this is my throne. You cannot sit in my seat, and I command it. I give more than 10 commandments. This is the law of attraction, and we have infinite stamina. My stage is where I'm standing. This is my eye, God is in me. I only keep goddesses with me. They are the magical beings, they are the holy ones, birthing the gods. We're overcoming the odds. We are the even and odd. They're in the odds, we're in the all. Ancestors answer my prayers, forever grateful. I will forever say thank you. Inspiration to awake the sleepers. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper, more than man. Bread in my hand, that's the Lord in hand. Heard what I said, Lord, live in the man. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. Light is sought after, it's in the man. Come from the inundation lands. We ain't the same man. Record keeper.
You and your family health and prosperity. May your monument be established on the foundations of Ma'at, and may you rise and come forth as conscious light, like the divine Ra, who rise and shine forever on Ma'at.
I look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead, though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. Look outside in awe, I see our people double-minded. People meaning creature, don't ignore the signage. Voices lead, though flying silent. Observation with my eye open eyelid. I am him, king, crown, rings, Nesu, I am in mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swing, samurai, I am Shem, Suhor, son of Neteru, I am him, king, crown, rings, Nesu, I am in mindset of when fighting jinns, sword swing, samurai, I am Shem, Suhor, son of Neteru, words powerful, Hekau, see proof, you can feel the roots, gone, just look up, I am proof, breaking doors down, make some room, but I is now speaking through me and trust.
OTEP, welcome everybody. Welcome to the House of Aten Study Guide Sunday. Ancient Tehuti and Teachings of the Neteru presents Only God Can Judge Me by Menkhu Ara Who is the righteous judge? Before I introduce these wonderful brothers on the panel, we will begin as we do every week with our beautiful affirmation. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Unki and Ma'at, Un and S, Nintet or Set and Ma'at, Menhapapat and Ma'at, Her in Hu Kui, Her Ikut. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light. Peace and love, everybody. I am the mighty Atef Rem Ma'at. I am the esteemed steward of the venerable house of Aten. As a devoted disciple of the master teacher, the illustrious Tehuti Amenhotep Ra, I proudly undertake the role of the sagacious host for the weekly gathering within the sacred halls of the house of Aten. Here we delve into the profound teachings that illuminate the path of Ma'at. In the sacred sanctuary of the house of Aten, I guide fellow seekers on a journey of enlightenment and understanding, drawing from the wellspring of ancient wisdom. Our gatherings are profound explorations into the depths of truth, meticulously deciphered through the lens of ancestral artifacts and the profound teachings bestowed upon us by the great Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. My commitment to the pursuit of wisdom extends beyond the confines of our weekly gatherings. As a true-hearted devotee of truth, I strive to embody the essence of Ma'at in all aspects of life, expressing unwavering love for my people. My soul resonates with the harmonious frequencies of the Medu Neter, and I stand as a loyal guardian of Ma'at, steadfastly defending the sacred principles that govern our existence within the house of Aten. Next, we have the mighty scribe, Ptah Aten Tehuti, is a teacher of knowledge, a spoken word artist, a creator, awakening the sleepers and healing the chosen ones through sound vibrational tones and conscious thought. He's a Sab, the wisdom door opener, the lead organizer of the House of Aten movement. Next, we have the mighty primordial thought 9 is a seeker of divine wisdom, the wisdom with universal structure, the wisdom that remains the same from every perspective, the wisdom that adapts to any interaction, the wisdom that creates silence, the wisdom that sustains the house of Aten. And our presenter for today is the mighty Menkhu Ara Ma'at, is a student of the master teacher Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra, and the follower of Ma'at. Menkhu Ara is the Heb, the festivities organizer in the house of Aten. He is the cultural enlightenment advisor and teacher. He is the developer of the Pathways to Awakening, a director and producer of documentaries, a researcher of ancient civilizations, and a researcher of the knowledge of spells. Welcome, everybody, to Study Guide Sundays, House of Aten. I got caught off guard, brother, with the with the intro, brother. That's wonderful, man. I love it. Welcome, everybody. I see y'all in the chat, man. How's my voice? How do I sound?
Sound great.
Fantastic.
Good. I can't hardly hear. I don't know if he was playing music in the background, but yeah. It's wonderful. I'm definitely looking forward to this teaching today. Menkhu Ara, this is the Zep Tepi part 2.
Yes. Hotel. Tepi part 2.
That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and got any announcements, Ani? Good brother?
Yes. Okay, make sure the tones is going.
Set the tone.
Yes. All right, yeah, of course. Hotep Henu Ma'akaru. Everyone make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Tua and Henu to everyone on all the platforms that we're live on: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, which used to be Twitter, Rumble. And when Great Brother Menkhu Ara begins his class, we'll also stream on Instagram. So Hotep and Tua, welcome everyone. Hope you great brothers are feeling fantastic. looking forward to this class. Only God, the Neteru Can Judge Me, which is one of my favorite Pac songs. I can recite that song word for word. So I'm looking forward to this. Henu and Tua, Hotep to the great moderator, Anu, who is here with us. Hotep, good brother, who says hit the like and subscribe button on your way in. Hotep Marie. And he also posts the support links, which are now pinned to the top of the chat. So if you look at the very top, you'll see Anu support here, and you'll see the links. So that is how you show your reciprocity to the House of Aten and all of what we are building, and which is Cash App House of Aten, PayPal House of Aten, and you can find that in many places in the bio below, in the links, houseofaten.org, and which we'll go over a little bit. But I'll let see if Great Brother Primordial Thought 9. How you doing, Great Brother? If you have anything that you want to speak to the people about before I go through all these announcements.
Hey, peace. Hey, it's always a pleasure to be with you wonderful brothers up here. Hotep. Peace and love to the House of Aten. We just happy, man. I'm ready for this class too. Only the Neteru can judge me. Shout out to Menkhu Ara Who. Yeah, we doing good, man. We enjoying this moment right here. Like I said, it's always great to see you, great brothers. Shouts out to our Sovereign Tehuti Amun Hotep Ra. Hopefully, you know, he's out there enjoying his family day. You know how he do on Ra Day. So peace and love. Hey, we with it, man. We ready. Do your thing, Ani.
All right, Hotep. Yes, it's wonderful to be here again. Another Sunday class with the great brothers, House of Aten. Henu to everyone who is with us live in the chat. We have, I don't know if this is Jefe or Jefe. It may be Jefe. Put 1 if it's Jefe, put 2 if it's Jefe. So I know how to pronounce it correctly. It says Hotep family. Henu to you, great brother, who also became a member on the House of Aten website. Hotep to you. We have the lovely Angela Gates here with us in the building. Hotep Ma'at, Hotep Marie, peace and love to you, Angela Gates. We have the wonderful social media manager of the House of Aten, Antu, who is doing a fantastic job. And I'll go through our social platforms as well, so you all can follow us on all these platforms and help to push out Ma'at, push out the Neteru, push out this information. So Hotep Henu to Antu. And we have Suntoast Flow, says Hotep, peace to you, Suntoast Flow. We have MKD Podcast, who is a YouTube member, Hotep Neteru. That's why his name is green there. 2 out for the support, good brother, MKD Podcast. And we have the wonderful Gabriela Lopez, who says, Hotep, everyone, 2 out for this class and your energy with the Purple Eve. Hotep to you, 2 out to you, and lovely to have you. We have the great brother Maharu, who says Hotep HOA. The wonderful great brother Maharu, 2 out for your consistency, for being here with us every class. We appreciate you, Maharu. All right, yeah, Hefe says, is Hefe 1, great brother. All right, Nini Uk. Yes, 2 and welcome. One of these days, I have a comedic name. Looking forward to that. Hopefully, you can come out to the Pathways to Awakening event, and this is for everyone, which will be in October of this year, and we'll go through some more information for that, but which will be in California. So, as I always tell everyone, to set aside an account strictly for the Pathways to Awakening and start saving, so that way when September comes, you're able to go ahead and purchase your tickets and get your boarding intact, because we're all going to gather together and again come together in person just like we did last year. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Firstly, I want to, of course, put up these links here, houseofaten.org. This is how you show support through the Cash App or PayPal. And We are an organization built on reciprocity, built on Ma'at, which is weighed on what's called the Maka'it, which is the scale. And we want to keep our scale balanced. So with all that we are giving, it is important to also receive. And this is what the Saba'it, which is the Meta word for teachings or instructions that you find in the ancient Kemetic papyruses and steles and on the walls, on how important it is to receive as it is to give. And this is what we're teaching all of the great Karu, the members of the House of Aten. And we are leading by example because everyone that you see here on the panel of the House of Aten, you see us consistently supporting what we're doing here, because all of what we do to build this up, you all don't see, and supporting the great Saba Tehuti in the pod class. So Hotep Henu to everyone who showed support, and I'll go through and I'll show some of those before the great brother Menkhu Ara begins his presentation. All right, so great brother Anu, if you could put the link to the website in the chat to our great brother. This is the houseofaten.org. houseofaten.org, the #1 website to represent the Neteru. And this is the place where you can come and stay in the know of everything that we are doing. And here are, I'll go just over a few things. And here is the House of Aten membership. This is how you join the House of Aten and become what we call the Karu, which is a meta word and tone that means a family member or a household member. And Karu also creates the word for voice and also for silence. So it's a dualistic word that is used to control where you go, your consciousness. It's your tongue, which that leads you in the direction that you are going. And so this is the Karu, and this is what you all represent as the great Karu of the House of Aten. And we have 3 membership tiers here, Uwa Sin Kemet, which is 1, 2, and 3. And you all can come here if you would like to join in and assist us in building up this nation. And there's many great things that we have coming for all of the great Karu, in which what is already available now. And you can go through each one of these tiers, and you can read over the Hepu and Ma'at, which is the real word for laws of Ma'at. This isn't the 42 laws of Ma'at. That's not a real thing. This is Hepu and Ma'at. This is the real laws of Ma'at, in which what we stand and what we live by within our movement. So this isn't just get together. This is an organization. So here you can go through and read through this and read about all of what's available that comes with being a Karu. Ma'at Wisdom Wednesdays, which is taught by myself, that I host. So all of the great Karu, make sure that you are in the Discord community so that I can add you to the Karu in the Discord, which is where I post the link for the Wisdom Wednesday classes. Here at the Initiate Level 3, you get 15% discount off all shop items, which is a fantastic perk to have. And we also have classes that are coming soon. There are a lot of things that I am working on and bringing together a series of classes to speak about of various topics when it comes to Ma'at and when it comes to Kemet that you will not find online nowhere. And so this will be exclusive to the House of Aten membership. So Tuan Hinu to everyone who is supporting through the Karu. And this is something also that we offers for the Karu. If you are a business owner, if you're a content creator, we'll also allow you to come up to the platform and promote your business. We want to promote that. We want to support each other and keep our currencies within the family community that we are building. And this is important to again start to recreate and build up a community and reteach what wealth really is and what it means to support each other. Because there's many statistics that you can go through, and as soon as money comes in, it usually goes out to a whole nother community, and within that community, they're spending with each other, so they're able to build up an infrastructure. And so we just have to again we're the ones who brought that into consciousness, but we've lost that. And here at the House of Aten, we're reestablishing that and re-erecting, resurrecting that to again build up a community by supporting each other. So we definitely want all of the great Karu, if you're business owners, to reach out, and we would love to promote you and keep the currencies flowing within our community. All right, so that is the membership there, and we also have a bunch of accessories, suitcases, desk mats. I have one here, beautiful quality phone cases. We also have a bunch of stuff for your bathroom, bath mats, shower curtains, towels, to just imbue yourself within the frequencies of the House of Aten and what all you see being here. And again, to support each other and imbue each other within the Medu Neter. And of course, the House of Aten is the first designs that we are releasing. We'll have many different designs coming down the pathway. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you are also subscribed to the, put your email address here, create your account, sign up for the newsletter. And so we'll be sending that out soon as well. And also I want to show all the apparel. So House of Aten apparel, short sleeve, long sleeve, crew neck, sweatshirts, heavy, light, everything that you need. Youth as well for the children. And you all can go here and begin to just look through all the colors that we have. Each item has a different set of colors. So what you see here in the tees, you may not see in the hoodies, which you may not see in the sweatshirts, the heavyweight and the lightweight. Also present different tones of some of the similar colors. Crimson, we have a peachy color here as well. So we have all type of stuff for you all to support in and represent the House of Aten, and as well as the ebooks of Great Saba Tehuti, Stepping Out of the Matrix Volume 1 and Melanin Dark Consciousness. So everyone go here, show your support, sign up for the Hotep points here. Every 100 points you get, you'll get 10% off. For every dollar you spend, you get 1 point. So you spend $100, you get 10% off your next purchase. And just signing up gives you 100 points. You put in your birthday, that'll give you 100 points. You can go here to the loyalty point section, and this will describe everything for you in detail. When you purchase items, leave a review, it'll give you 25 points. Subscribe to the newsletter, to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Follow us on all these platforms. So even if you just create a social platform just to follow us on, you can earn points, and every 100 points you get 10% off. So this is Hotep, and this is the glyph that creates the word D, and it means to give. And this is what we are giving back for those who are also supporting through the House of Aten website. And here is also another way that you can donate through the donation tip jar. If you don't have Cash App or PayPal, you can also donate through the website. Okay, everything is here. And here is our social media platform. Here is our link tree. So you can just go to our link tree. Everything is here. Instagram is here, Facebook. So we want everyone to also follow us on these platforms. And this is all of our classes. We are going back to we went all the way back to the very first classes, and we start chopping and cutting up sections of the classes, and now we're posting them. So a lot of what you see here from some of the Stepping Out of the Matrix classes or Melanin Dark Consciousness classes, and we're working our way up through all of our catalog and putting out all of this content in short form for everyone just to take a quick class, a quick lesson from the more extensive class. So everyone follow us on all these platforms. TikTok as well. We are steadily growing on TikTok, and this is within just the past month or so, and our followers are consistently growing. And once we get to 1,000 followers, we'll be able to go live on TikTok, and which is something that we will do. So Tua and Hindu to everyone who's following us on these platforms. And each of these videos are doing very well, averaging between 5 to 1,000 views So Hinu to everyone who's supporting on these platforms. So you can go here and follow us on all platforms, Discord, WhatsApp. You can also message me on WhatsApp as well, right here. If you have a specific question that you want to ask about the organization and you have WhatsApp, you can just message me here, or you can also use this messaging system here. And we have a team that will respond to you very quickly. So you can just reach out in many different ways. So Tua and Hinu, to all the great Karu, all the great people who are already making purchases through the shop. And this is just the beginning of what we are bringing forward. So Tua, Hotep, and yes, houseofaten.org. Looking forward to seeing more and new people come through with support and wanting to be engaged with what we are building and the infrastructure that we are setting for those who are coming up behind us. And this is something that's never been done before with what we are doing. So a lot of times when you're the first to do something, people tend to like to see something already be established before they insert themselves. So Tua and Hinu to everyone who believes and knows and recognizes and see the consistency that we have been putting in place for the past few years. And House of Aten is going on 2 years old of consistently doing what we're doing now from the very beginning. So for those who are putting in work for us and with us in the very early stages, this is what's necessary to truly take yourself to the next level and put yourself in a position to receive from all that which you are putting in. And this is what we live by, the reciprocity system. So, and the Neteru back that. So it's a beautiful thing. So I'll go through some of the support that we have received in, and some of the great Karu who went to the website and joined in. And so let me go through that. And first we'll start with, this is from Tanya 23 Experience. You may see her in the chat. She joined the Keru Sin, which is the second tier to the membership. So Tua and Hinu to Tanya 23. Tua, only click the what you actually got right here, so to not show any information that may not want to be seen. So Tua to Tanya 23 Experience for joining the House of Aten. Hotep and welcome. All right, and next we have the great brother Stephen E, who is known as Oxafek, who joined the level 3 Keru Kemet membership. So Hinu, great brother, Tua to you. Out to the great brother Oxafek. All right, and next we have Robert Williams, who is a very consistent brother who sent in a tip on the website, who sent in 1010 tip. This is from Robert E. Williams. So Hotep and Tua. Hotep Robert E. Williams, we appreciate you, great brother. All right, next we have a great Karu of the House of Aten. We have Lisa, who sent in 15 to become a member of the House of Aten, Keru Ua. Hotep. Hotep, Lisa, very extremely consistent. Tua for all the support that you give to the House of Aten and it's a beautiful thing. So Tua. All right, and next we have, and again, I'm just showing the membership. Some of the great Karu and also are making purchases within the website, but again, I'm not going to show all of that. I just want to show the membership, and if you leave a support donation, because everything you may not want to, just to protect privacy. So Tua and Hotep. And next we have the wonderful mate of Primordial Thought 9, Gabriella, who joined in Keru Kemet and also left an $8 tip. So Tua. Hotep to Gabriella, very consistent supporter, and Tua and Henu for also supporting the great brother Primordial Thought 9 and keeping his Dejed firm. All right, and next we have Black Alu Card, who you may see as Boss Fee, who joined in Keru Sin. Tua. Henu to Black Alucard, very consistent brother for a long time. Tuan Henu to you, great brother. And Hotep. All right, and the last support that I will show comes from a PayPal support from Kathy Buys, who sent in $20 and for support the House of Aten. Tua to Kathy for the support, and if you would, Kathy, if you're watching this, to reach out and email me. You can go to the website houseofaten.org and message me, because I would love to speak with you about something that you did within here in PayPal, that we can give you some more options. So just reach out to me, Kathy Tua, for your support, and we definitely appreciate that. All right, and let's see. Let's show one more from the great consistent brother who just sent in a support, who sent in $22. Amun Min Ra Sut Atun. To our good brother, Amun Min Rasut Atun. We appreciate you, very consistent, and the support that you give every week. We truly appreciate you, and Tua for also being in the classes as well, and I know you're absorbing the information. So Hotep and Henu. All right, and so yes, I'll put the banner at the bottom, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, the Cash App and the PayPal, House of Aten. As the great brother is going through his class, if there's anything that you appreciate from the class, be sure to just let him know by sending in support. Allow the reciprocity to work for you. And we appreciate and give honor to everyone who supports and is helping us build up this movement. And it's a beautiful thing. So you see what's all happening. Go back to the very first class, Stepping Out of the Matrix, class 1. Look at that time then, and just watch the progression into what it is today. It's a beautiful thing. So we are doing this in real time in front of you all to give you inspiration and motivation and show you that it can be done. When a great set of minds come together under the same foundation and everyone sticks to that and stays consistent and disciplined with that, we can then again rise to the status that we're supposed to be. And we're going to be the ones to show that forward. In every single one of the Meru, which are the meta word for supporters or partisans, and every single one of the Keru, the members of the House of Aten, are all making history with what's being done here. So Tua and Henu and Hotep, and looking forward to this class, great brother Menkhu Ara Ma'at, and I'll pass it to you, great brother Hotep.
Hotep, peace and love. Ani, I like that. I just wanted to say real quick, I like the image that was with the link tree. That was that's my first time noticing that. That's very Nefer. So Henu to you, great brother, for your leadership.
Henu to you, thank you.
Okay, let's get started.
If anybody didn't notice on the thumbnail, we have great brother Menkhu Ara Ma'at himself holding the scale. Only the Neteru Can Judge Me, TEPI Part 2. Let's get into it.
Yo, let's go. Hotep to everyone. We're going to get started. 1 second. Okay. Hotep. Anu. We will start with an adoration to Tehuti. Someone's mic is on. Honey, I think your mic is on.
No.
Okay. Okay, I will get started. O Neteru who loves Kamoon, O letter writer of Ennead, great one who dwells in come to me and give me counsel. Make me skillful in your calling. Better is your calling than any callings. It makes men great. He who masters it is found fit to hold office. I have seen many whom you have helped. They are now among the 30. They are strong and rich through your help. You are he who offers counsel. Fate and fortune are with you. Come to me and give me counsel. Come to me and give me counsel. I am a servant of your house. Let me tell of your valiant deeds. Whatsoever I may be, wheresoever I may be, then the multitudes will say, great are they, the deeds of Tehuti. Then they will come and bring their children to assign them to your calling, a calling that pleases the Neb of strength. Happy is he who performs it. Ani, can you turn the music down just a little bit? Sure. The title of this exploration is not about God being the only one who can judge me. The title is about the judge. Judgments, time, divine rulership, measurements, and measuring tools. Why do we refer to the Neteru of the TEPI, the divine rulers, the judges? Let's explore. The AU, the group of divine beings. The Awit, a divine offering. The Ahu, a divine name of magical power. The Hek, the ruler, the governor, director, the prince, ruler of rulers, a title of Asar. I'm going to read a little bit from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Book of Going Forth by Day. Hail to you, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Ruler of Ruler, who took possession of the two lands, even in the womb of Nut. He rules the plains of the silent land. Even he, the golden of body, blue of head, one whose arms is turquoise. O pillar of myriads, broad of breast, kindly of countenance, who is in the sacred land, may you grant power in the sky, might on earth, and vindication in the Neteru domain. a journeying downstream to Busiris as a living soul, and a journeying upstream to Abydos as a heron, to go in and out without hindrance at all the gates of the Duat. May there be given to me bread from the house of cool water and a table of offerings from Heliopolis. My toes being firm planted in the field of reeds. May the barley and emmer which are in it belong to the Ka of the Asar Ani. We will explore who gave us the tools to measure, what are the tools, and how it relates to our reality and language. The basis of our existence is measurement. This is why reciprocity is a sacred aspect of Ma'at. Our master teacher is teaching us a ancestral aku, spiritual practice between us and the ancestors, which is reciprocal. We get strength from them only because we strengthen them by honoring them. I'm going to read that again. Let the circle be unbroken. Our master teacher is teaching us a ancestral aku, spiritual practice between us and the ancestors, which is reciprocal. We get strength from them only because we strengthen them by honoring them. They strengthen us, we strengthen them. This is called reciprocity. Reciprocal. This is from the etymology dictionary. Existing on both sides, exclusive or interchangeable, returning the same way, alternating. Given, felt, or shown in return, corresponding or answering to each other, mutual equivalent, the sense of moving backwards and forward, having an alternating back and forth motion. That which is reciprocal to another is from 15 is from further than that. In scientific and mechanical uses, reciprocating, reciprocative, and reciprocatory. TEPI, the first occasion, the Neteru age, when the Neteru ruled and lived amongst the people. So I'm really proud of myself in finding the Medu for step, because in the Ewalish Budge dictionary, which I use mostly, I was able to find Tepi, which is the first day of a period of time, but had to search a little bit and end up finding Sep. I didn't see it right away, Sep and Zep. And so in Gardner's Egyptian grammar, Sep is occasion and time. I was really looking for the Medu for time, and I found it. And so I also found Rick, which is time and period. So as you can see, together we have Sep, Tepi, and the Meter. So I shared this in my first exploration of the Zep Tepi. And as you can see in this image, Ma'at was there during the Zep Tepi. This is from a teaching that our master teacher, Saba Tehuti, shared with us. And Tehuti was there during the Zep Tepi. This also is from the teaching from our master teacher, Saba Tehuti, from the Turin Papyrus. So when you go to court, let's get a little participation from the chat. When you go to court, how is the judge addressed? What is his or her title? And what is the tool a judge uses to end a sentencing or ceremony, and why? We can start with, when you go to court, how is the judge addressed? What do they call the judge? Yes, Angela Gates, Your Honor. Yes, Anu, Your Honor. Yes, Angela Gates. What is the tool that they use? The gavel, which looks like a hammer, right? Yes, Antu, you got it as well, Your Honor. Into the chat for your participation. Your Honor, or the Honorable Blase Skippy, whatever their name is. They call them the Honorable before they say their name. Or you call them Your Honor. Or when lawyers, or when whoever is in court, defended, or whoever's being prosecuted, will refer to the judge as Your Honor. So let's look at the etymology dictionary, how it defines honor. Glory, renown, fame earned, honor, dignity, distinction, position, victory, triumph. Go down a little bit more. Honor, dignity, office, reputation, which is of unknown origin. We know it's actually, we're going to get into the known origin. The initial H, as in honest, is not Latin. Correction that began to be made of early Old French representing a sound that had vanished before the word came to English. Honor were equally frequent, the former spelling because preferred in England, the latter in the US by influence of Noah Webster. It is attested from the 13th century as action of honoring or paying respect to, act or gesture, displaying reverence or esteem, state or condition, inspiring respect, nobleness of character or manners, high station or rank, a mark of respect or esteem, a source of glory, a cause of good reputation. So this is the etymology for the word honorable. We go over a little bit. Worthy of respect or reverence, respectable. Also signifying or rendering distinction or respect, ensuring good repute or honor. Go over a little bit. Honorable, respectable, respectful, civil, courteous, that procures honor, estimable, honorable, to honor, from honor, meaning honest, sincere, and good faith, acting justly. And so when a proceeding is ending, some of the language that's used in court when a session is about to end, they'll say that this session is adjourned. And so this etymology definition says, assign a day, fix a day for convening or reconvening of an organized body, meet at an appointed time, to another day, to a started day. The notion is of setting a date for re-meeting, the meaning close a meeting with or without intentions to reconvene. Adjournments. Make this a little bit bigger. Adjournment is the act by which an assembly suspends its session in virtue of authority inherent in itself. It may be also the time or interval of such suspension. A recess is a customary suspension of business as during the period of certain recognized or legal holidays. Recess is also popularly used for a brief suspension of business for any reason, as it was agreed that there be a recess of 10 minutes. We will explore who is the righteous judge and what was the system standard for judgment. Who are the divine rulers? What is it called when something happens that you cherish? Let's get a little participation from the chat. What is it called when something happens that you cherish, like a special moment? A memory of something else. I'm looking for something else. What is it called? Like a special, another word for event. I mentioned it earlier. A milestone. Okay, we're getting close. Big Vape said a milestone. Angela Gates says memory. Yes, both of those are correct. Occasion. Yes, Angela Gates. To a great sister. That's what I was looking for. A special occasion. So what defines a special occasion? Put it in the chat. How would you define a special occasion? what would be some things that you would consider a special occasion? Yes, spending time with loved ones and family. Any other occurrences you would celebrating of someone's birthday, a graduation, baby shower? Yes, Jason Kirtland. Hinu, a ritual? Yes, Big Vapes. Manu, a celebration? Yes. Maharu, sentimental value? Yes, all of those are special occasions. A first time or a special creation. A first time something happens because it's new, that's a special occasion. Or when you when things are invented, we mark those days and times when new things are created and they end up becoming substantial in our culture or a part of society, when different things happen and different things are created, and people use those things and follow that energy. Those are all special occasions. And of course, a milestone. So when we have a special occasion, what do we do? And you already put that in the chat. Some of the things that are mentioned by Jason Kirkland was celebrating of someone's birthday, a graduation, a baby shower, all of those things are special occasions, or what we do, those special occasions. Somebody else put in, I think Big Vape said, a ritual. Yes. We celebrate these special occasions with rituals, and we record these things. We take pics, we celebrate. We have a ceremony, a ritual. We mark that moment in time to remember it because it is special. What is another name for a special occasion? Big Vapes already put that in the chat. A milestone. So the time of the ZEP-TEPI was a special time because it was already a milestone. It was already a special time because who was there and what was created during that time makes the ZEP-TEPI an extremely special time. So who was there? Who else was there? I'm little by little learning who was all there during the ZEP-TEPI and what this time meant. So ZEP-TEPI being the first time, noon equaling water, Atum rose from the water, Atum generated Shu, which is air, Tefnut is moist air and rain, Nut is the sky, and Geb is the earth. And of course, as we saw in the last expiration, Asar was there, Aset was there, Set was there, Nebtet was there, Tehuti was there, and Ma'at was there. Could you imagine a gathering with all these Neterus, what the energy was like during the ZEP-TEPI? Just try and put your mind and your body and your ka into what that must have been like to be there during that time, this first occasion. So I'm going to read some more passages from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Book of Going Forth by Day. And on this image, on this slide, I'm sharing the Makait, which Ani Ptah shared earlier, the scales, or the Makah, the scales, and the Neteru. These are from the Ewalish Budge Dictionary. And this passage is also going to share a little bit about the righteous judge, the Ma'at. So there's an image from the Book of the Dead. So I'm gonna make this a little bigger where you all can see it. I can see it. This is the chapter for not letting Ani's heart create opposition against him in the Neteru's domain. O my heart, which I had from my mother. O my heart, which I had from my mother. O my heart of my different ages, do not stand up as a witness against me. Do not be opposed to me in the tribunal. Do not be hostile to me in the presence of the keeper of the balance. For you are my Ka, which was in my body, the protector who made my members hale. Go forth to the happy place, whereto we speed. Do not make my name stink to entourage who make men. Do not tell lies about me in the presence of the Neter. It is indeed well that you should hear. Thus says Tehuti, the judge of truth, to the great Ennead, which is in the presence of Asar. Hear this word of very truth. I have judged the heart of the deceased, and his soul stands as a witness for him. His deeds are righteous in the great balance, and no sin has been found in him. He did not diminish the offerings in the temples. He did not destroy what had been made. He did not go about the deceitful speech while he was on earth. Thus says the great Ennead to Tehuti, who is in Hermopolis. This utterance of yours is true. The vindicated Asar Ani is straightforward. He has no sin. There is no accusation against him before us. Omit shall not be permitted to have power over him. Let there be given to him the offerings which are issued in the presence of Asar, and may a grant of land be established in the field of offerings, as for the followers of Horus. Lamented, and the woman who mourned Asar on the shores of the washermen, and who vindicated Asar against his foes. So they say, O Re, Tehuti has vindicated Asar against his foes. So men say, Tehuti has helped me so that I might be with Horus on the day of the clothing of the dismembered one, and of the opening of the caverns for the washing of the inert one, and the throwing open of the door of the secret things in RECIPROCITY, so that I might be with Horus as the protector of the left arm of Asar, who is Letopolis. I go in and out among those who are there on the day of crushing the rebels of Letopolis, so that I may be with Horus on the day of the festival of Asar. Offerings are made on the days of the 6th-day festival and the 7th-day festival in Heliopolis. I am the priest of Osiris for the lying god in the house of Asar, with those who raise up earth. I am he who sees the mysteries of the Resua. I am he who reads the ritual book for the soul of Basuris. I am Sim priest at his duties. I am the master craftsman on the day of placing the bark of the Sokar on its sledge. I am he who takes the hoe on the day of breaking up the earth in Herculopolis. So we're going to look at the etymology for scale. A standard of measure or estimation. A series of registering marks laid down to determine distance along a line. I'm going to go down a little bit to the meaning, succession, or series of steps ascending or descending. We'll go over a little bit to that of standard of estimation, large scale, small scale, etc. I'm going to go down a little bit more to a standard of measure or estimation comes the meaning, measure or regulate by a scale, the sense of drawing, project, or make according to scale, and scale down, cut or decrease proportionally in every part. So this is the judgment scene, of course, with the scale and the weighing of the feather and the ebe. And we can see Tehuti and Asar in this illustration. So I'm going to read a little bit more from the Book of the Dead, coming forth by day, the papyrus of Ani, with the interlinear transliteration and translation. I'm going to start at, behold, thou shalt make a scarab of green stone with its rim, plated with gold and placed within the heart of a person. It will perform for him the opening of the mouth, anointed with an unguent. Seth Tehuti, the righteous judge of the cycle of the Neteru great, who are in the presence of. Verily, I am justifying the name of Asar, the royal scribe Hunefer. His heart has come forth upon the scale, the Makkah. Not hath he been found an evildoer. Asar, hear ye, decision this. In very truth is weighed. The heart of Asar is his soul, standing as a witness for him. His sentence is right upon the Makait, the scales. Great, not hath been found wickedness in him, any not hath he wasted food offerings in the temple, not hath he done harm. Indeed, hath he let go with his mouth evil things with he was upon earth. So I'm going to read a little bit from The Gods of the Egyptians, or Studies in Egyptian Mythology, from E.A. Wallace Budge. My great brother Atef Rim Kim has read for this, but I'm going to read specific parts that relates to the judge and judgment. One of the most interesting titles of Tehuti is Judge. So this is page 257. Rehihui, the pacifier of the Neteru, who dwelt in Unu, Hermopolis, the great Neter, and the temple of Abtiti. A very early Egyptian tradition made a great fight to take place between the Neter of light and the Neter of darkness. And in latter days, Ra himself, or some form of him, generally one of the Horus gods, was identified with the god of light, and Set, in one form or other, was identified with the Neter of darkness. Thus, the fights of Ra and Apep and Heru Bahuti, and Set and Horus, son of Isis, and story, though belonging to different periods. In all these fights, Tehuti played a prominent part, for when the eye of Ra, i.e. the sun, was doing battle with Set, this evil power managed to cast clouds over it, and it was Tehuti who swept them away and brought the eye alive and whole and sound and without defect to its neb. He seemed also to, so I'll start there. And so we see that one of the titles of Tehuti is the judge. And not only the judge, but the righteous judge. And so this is the etymology definition of judge: to examine, which we also know is one of the meanings for ma'at, to appraise, to make a diagnosis, which is also to examine, to form an opinion about, inflict penalty upon, punish, try someone, and pronounce sentence. Make a decision, decide, think, suppose. To judge, pronounce judgment, pass an opinion on. To judge, to examine officially. To form an opinion upon. A judge, a compound of ayus, right, and law. Also, a judge is a public officer appointed to administer the law. As a surname, also judge, one who declares the law. to persons to decide any sort of contest, one qualified of pronounced opinion. In Jewish history, it refers to a war leader vested with temporary power, as in the book of Judges. So this title that Tehuti holds is a very prominent power and position, and it would make sense why our master teacher and all who hold that name takes it very serious to teach and to break matrices. So this is page 401. Form of the Neteru Tehuti. The chief shrine of the Neter was in Kaminanu, called Hermopolis by the Greeks, and Ashumanin by the Arabs, but he also had shrines in Abydos, Kesert, Urit, Perab, Rehui, Taur, Sep, Hat, Pesket, Talmis, Auchmut, Ba, Amin Herab, and Takims. As Lord of these places, he was Lord of divine words, Lord or Neb of divine words, Neb of Ma'at, and Judge of the two combatant Neters. We find him called twice great and thrice great. From this last were derived the epithets Trismegistus and Ter Maxims of the classical writers. So here we see again the Tehuti being described as the judge. The functions of the Neter, we must then rely upon the inscriptions of the later dynastic period for our knowledge of the powers of Tehuti. And from these, we learn that he was called Neb of Kimanu, self-created, to whom none hath given birth. Neter, one, he who reckons in heaven, the counter of the stars, the enumerator of the earth, and of what is therein, and the measurer of the earth. And the heart of Ra, which comes forth in the above facts, prove that Tehuti was regarded as a Neter who was self-begotten and self-produced, that he was one that he made the calculations. So this is dealing with measurement concerning the establishing of the heavens and the stars and the earth, that he was the heart of Ra, that he was the master of law. And so this connects to him being the righteous judge, both in its physical and moral conceptions, and that he had the knowledge of divine speech. From many passages, we see also that he was the inventor and Neter of all arts and sciences, that he was the Neb of books and the scribe of the Neteru, and mighty in speech, i.e. his words took effect, and he was declared to be the author of many of the funeral works by which the deceased gained everlasting life. Let me read that again. The above facts prove that Tehuti was regarded as a Neter who was self-begotten and self-produced, that he was one, that he made the calculations concerning the establishing of the heavens and the stars and the earth, that he was the heart of Ra, that he was the master of law, both in its physical and moral conception, and that he had knowledge of divine speech. From many passages, we also see that he was the inventor and neter of all arts and sciences, that he was the Lord of books and the scribe of the Neteru, and mighty in speech, i.e., his words took effect, and he was declared to be the author of many of the funeral works by which the deceased gained everlasting life. So as we can see, Tehuti was a neter of a lot of titles, a lot of very powerful titles. And so this is how I came up with this acronym for NASA. NASA, the neter are superior always. Because in that reading, the description of Tehuti is extremely powerful, and it would make sense why he would have the title of the righteous judge, and why our master teacher takes that title so seriously. The Neteru are superior always. The first occasion, the TEPI has passed the test of time. Everything that was created, everything that was established, who was there, is very powerful to really embrace and understand what that means. The Neteru's greatness is forever, and nothing can surpass the Neteru and our chemistry with nature. Chemistry is a very powerful thing. And so when we think about, let's think about two concepts. Let's think about a team, or let's think about a culture. And let's think about even different people that you've met, like your chemistry with certain people in your family, or certain people that you work with, or just people that you meet in general. The chemistry is not the same. But when the chemistry is really strong, it's a special occasion. And so we know that the Neteru were so imbued with nature because they were nature. And so the chemistry that they recorded and they exhibited is like no other. And so let's look at we know, like with sports teams, you can put certain people on the team, but that doesn't mean that that chemistry is going to be what is necessary to be the best, right? It doesn't matter how much money is spent. That does not guarantee great chemistry for you to be great or to achieve records, right? Or to make records, to win. That chemistry, it takes a certain combination to have that kind of chemistry. It takes a very divine mind to put certain people together so that team is a powerful team. And the Neteru had that, right? And so no money can dictate a good chemistry, even with people that you meet or that you date, right? So I'm sure a lot of us have dated multiple people, right? And when you find someone really special and you have a good chemistry, that connection is very powerful, right? And it can just leave a everlasting impression on you. And so chemistry with nature during the Tepi, that time has not been repeated in the whole totality of time. That greatness is forever, and that greatness is still very evident till this day. So in the reading that I shared, that Tehuti was the creator of all arts and sciences. And so when we think about the sacred sciences, there's chemistry, there's the physical sciences, there's philosophy, there's medicine, there's astronomy, there's geometry, there's architecture, there's music, and there's mathematics. And so when we really think about Tehuti and his creation and his ability in being the creator of these different concepts, it's mind-blowing. And so in the reading, it also shared Tehuti being the great one of measurement. And so the judge is always measuring everything, right? So when a judge is in court, he gets all the information to be able to be the righteous judge. And the judge has to be able to take all this information and have a certain kind of clarity to be able to make the righteous decision. And that is who Tehuti is. So I'm repeating again from the reading, Tehuti is the neter of all the arts and the sacred sciences. The Neteru of the Tepi are the, I believe there's a connection between the Neteru, the Tepi, and the laws of the universe, because I believe they are the laws of the universe and they are nature. I believe the Neteru created the laws of the universe. And so I'm exploring that connection more in my exploration and discovering of the followers of Ma'at. So coming soon, the Tepi Part 3, I will dive more into the laws of the universe, because it's something that we hear about, or I'm sure you all have heard about the laws of the universe. But when speaking of the laws of the universe, I haven't seen it explicitly being connected to who was there during the TEPI and the Neteru. And so I want to get to the core of what are the laws of the universe, and how can it, in my mind, there's no way that it cannot be connected to the Neteru. But we will see what I discover in my studying and my exploration. This will probably be a really good question for our master teacher, Saba Tehuti, as well. So, in this exploration and all that I've been learning from the brothers that are on the panel, from the people in the chat and in our community, and of course from our master teacher, Saba Tehuti, from my reading, my study, we are the most powerful, natural, living, vibrational, broadcasting measurement tool ever created besides Ra and the Neteru. We are equipped to evaluate and create for our biological imperative. We can measure the seen and the unseen. We are constantly measuring things. Everything in our existence, we are always judging everything. The person that you decided to be with, it was based off judgment and your chemistry and your measurements of that person. Everything is measured. Everything is being judged. And because of us being a product of the judges, we are judges. And so our ancestors, the Neteru, are number one, and they try to compete by stealing, lying. The conquistadors created Freemasonry, the dollar bill, and a character that was a carpenter. And the reason why they had to create this is to try to compete with the Neteru from the TEPI, the judges who created the measurement system and gave us the ability to judge. So this character who was a carpenter, of course they would make him a carpenter to make it like he's a master builder. But we know who the master builders are. And of course, Freemasonry uses these tools, the compass and the square. That comes from our Neterus, from the TEPI, from the judges, the true measurers. And of course, they had to incorporate that into the dollar bill and to their system. They had to, on the dollar bill, on the front side is the scales, the makait. And of course, they had to put the akus on there, or the myrrh, so they could tap into the energy of the master builders, who were the judges, which were the measurers. So they had to compete. They had to tap into this energy to make it as if this is the superior energy, but it's not the superior energy. The Neterus are the superior energy. They are the creators. They are the measurement. And so with the currency is measured by a penny is 1 penny, a nickel is 5, a dime is 10. That's all measurements of value, right? The dollar, what it is said to be worth is their measurement of value. And so they had to tap into the actual superior judges and the actual value of the Neteru to tap into that energy. We are constantly measuring. We are constantly judging. We are constantly figuring out how to rule like the Neteru. Why? Because we are created by the judges. Even how we feel is measured by descriptions. So as you can see in this feelings, emotions wheel are all these different descriptions. When you're mad, it can be described as or measured by hurts, hostility, angry or anger, feeling selfish, feeling hateful, feeling critical. When you're scared, it's measured by being confused or being rejected or helpless or submissive or insecure or anxious. Everything is based off of measurement and judgment. We measure everything. We judge everything. Because that's how we're wired. That is what we inherit. Ruling and judging, knowing and living like the ancient Tehutian teachings of Ma'at aligns us with the Neteru. It gives us our inheritance. Our inheritance is the Ma'at's print, the Asar print, the Tehuti print, the Ptah print. Ptah is the netter of the blue, which is the blueprint. And so this inheritance of Ma'at from the righteous judge, from the divine rulers, is a very beautiful and powerful reciprocity and inheritance. And so when we honor the Neterus, we gain strength by strengthening them. That is the reciprocity, that we honor them. That's why it's so important, why reciprocity and the system of Ma'at is such a powerful system. Knowing what the Neteru standards are gives us a standard of Ma'at. When we inherit Ma'at, we see clearly. We can judge the matrix properly, and we can break these matrices with our 7272 first eye Heka'u vision. And this is what our Saba models for us. This is what our Saba teaches us. Ma'at means to see, to examine. I know how I see things and my perception has definitely changed since I became a follower of Ma'at and a student of the master teacher Saba Tehuti. So the question that I want to bring to you, and a paradigm shift, is for you to now think about how are you judging yourself, knowing what what you learn from the Neteru, what you learn from the master teacher, how are you judging yourself? How are you honoring yourself? How are you ruling yourself? Are you a righteous judge of yourself? Are you judging yourself based off someone who is not a righteous judge standard? Are you honoring yourself based on being a follower of the Neteru, a follower of Ma'at? Are you ruling yourself as a righteous ruler, as a righteous judge? Are you a righteous judge of yourself? Or are the way you see yourself, are you seeing yourself by the judgment of the matrix? This is from a scene from All Eyes on Me. This is Tupac wearing a medallion of Nefertiti. And sometimes when I think about certain individuals and different energy, I'm wondering what their story would be like, or how much did they know about the Neteru, or what their story would have been like if they had the teachings of the Neteru, or had a powerful teacher like our Saba Tehuti. Because this knowledge is about the transformation of our minds, because our minds are the battlefield, but the prize is the soul, is the ku, the ka, the ba, and the aspects that the teachers of Ma'at, the Neteru, taught. What could Pak have been if he had the right people in his inner circle? And of course, the title of this exploration, Only God Can Judge Me, comes from the Tupac song. And so I'm gonna play a clip of a story that one of the brothers that kind of discovered Pac and helped Pac in his journey in the arts industry, or I call it the culture industry. Shot G shares a story about Pac in court. I'm gonna share that video.
Case. You have
one second. Okay, here we go.
You haven't looked me or my attorney in the eye once. It's obvious that you're not here in search of justice. So therefore, there's no point in me asking for a lighter sentence. I don't care what you do, because you're not respecting us. This is not a court of law as far as I'm concerned. No justice is being served here. And you still can't look me in the eye. And so I say, do what you want to do. Give me whatever time you want, because I'm not in your hands. I'm in God's hands.
So that is the end of my exploration. I am not in anyone's hands except the Neteru's hands. Only the Neteru can judge me. So to everyone for your time and energy. And that is the end of my presentation. Let's go.
Hotep. Okay, hold on. Let's get back on the screen here. Hotep. Hotep Henu, great brother. Yeah, Tua for bringing that forward, and just the way that you create these presentations and teach on Ma'at and the Medu Neter and intertwine them with hip hop. I love how you do that. It's a beautiful skill set. So Tua and Henu, great brother, for going through and showing that, showing what these words are, right? The Set Tepi, and Set being a time and occasion, and the Tepi being the first, right? And how we too are echoing that sentiment again, because this is the Tepi. So Tua for that, and for showing the etymology of the words that you showed, including reciprocity, and the actual meaning of what that means, and which is very important, and how you speak about that and put that forward in your classes to always represent Ma'at and in the Makai and the judgment, and how we're always judging, always measuring, like you said, the compass and the square, and you always in the state of measuring and calculating what we're doing. Well, at least we should be. At least we should be. So Tua and Henu, great brother, for that. It was a beautiful presentation, very seamless way you put it together, and the way that you teach, the way that you express it, and taking us into the mind of Menkhu Ara and what is going on within your thought process whenever you're studying, whenever you're gathering together information, and you start to make these connections, and it's just a beautiful thing. So Tua for showing the dollar bill and the importance of that. Yeah, great brother. Henu, Tua, Henu, great brother. And I'll let one of the other brothers here, looks like Primordial Thought 9 then went to Saket Aru. He look like he in the field of reeds right now. Hotep.
Hotep, peace and love. To our Menkhu Ara, I appreciate you, great brother, for that wonderful presentation. I definitely like the fact that you pointed out that they measure everything. The Neteru measures everything, observation, everything is being judged, regardless of whatever it is. If it's being created, if it's an action, if it's whatever it is, it's all being judged. So Henu and Tua to you, great brother, for that. That was one of my favorite parts that I liked about that, because that's pretty much how I operate in my life. I watch everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like I judge it all, rather what someone says, what they do, everything, and also it makes you examine yourself just as well. So Henu and Tua to you, great brother. I appreciate that. That was a beautiful presentation. Henu and Hotep.
Henu Hotep, great brother. I had to step away for 2 minutes. I had to measure. Look, I done blanked out. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, look, my screen went black. Am I still here? My screen black on my end. Anyway, yeah, great brother. I don't know if you could see my necklace. That was an excellent presentation, brother. I love how you connected it. How you connect the Zep Tepi. I don't know if you remember. Y'all can still hear me because my screen is black.
Your screen is frozen. Your screen is frozen, but we can see you. You're frozen, but we can hear you clear.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep talking then. But I love how you took it to the Zep Tepi, how you're teaching on the Zep Tepi, which is the first time, which is the beginning. And you know how they have a saying where the first is never the best. Well, I don't know if any of you have heard that before, where they say like the first isn't always the best or whatever. But when it comes to us and it comes to the Neteru, that's not the case, because we set the standard. The Neteru set the standard for everything that we measure today. And that's what we should be doing, is going back and remeasuring, reestablishing proper measurements, because we've been given bad measurements, man. As far as the way we live our life. I remember one time early on, Sab, I don't remember if it was on the other platform, but he said that when you Google Neter, when you Google Neter, it'll ask you, did you mean nature? I don't know if you brothers familiar with that, but I remember Saba did touched on that a long time ago, and I did that, and it kind of blew my mind a little bit, because that's when I was very new to the word Neteru and knowledge of self and all of that. So that kind of like really kind of it broke a matrix, but it was very nefer. And then just understanding what the Zep Tepi was, it was the first time, it was the beginning. It was when the Neteru, when the gods walked the earth. Just understanding those stories, and you know how they give it to us, it's all discombobulated. We have the Babylonian tablets, and the Anunnaki tablets, and it's just all mixed up. And I was confused as to what was first, what was where we fit in at that. And then Saba taught on the Shimsu Hor, and he touched on the King's List, so it gave me a better understanding of what the Zep Tepi was and is. And I love how you illustrated that those measurements and those standards are absolutely valid right now in this day and age, right? In modern day times, because that is the standard. Ma'at is the standard. And yeah, it's just beautiful, brother. I don't know. I gotta unfreeze my screen because I gotta show you something. So I'm a log out and then log back in because my screen is still black. I guess I'm frozen looking to the side. I'm a log out and then log back in. So give me 1 minute, great brother.
No problem. Yes, I definitely, how I see myself, how I judge myself, how I'm honoring myself, how I rule myself is very different now opposed to previously. So I think that that transformation has happened for me in a very powerful way. Hotep, you're back. You're not frozen.
I'm not frozen. So look, I don't know if you could see. You can see what I got on. You can see my piece. Can you see it?
Yes,
You see what it is?
it looks like Nefertiti.
Yeah. So that's a piece I made. It's a leather medallion. I made this in, I don't know, 1989, and I still have it. I've shown it a few times, but when I made it, I had no idea. You know, like you said, you know, you're curious to know if you know how, you know, what the people knew, like what, you know, how informed was the great brother, you know, about the Neteru, you know. And I now I wonder these things now when I see, you know, these different symbols, and when I see our beautiful language imbued on these brothers and tattoos and these necklaces and stuff, and they have no knowledge, you know, no knowledge of what's really going on. And you know, for me, this is very, very, very important to me, because when I made this, I had no knowledge, right? But I don't have nothing that I made or any possessions that I own from 1989 except for this. And I mean, around 89, 90, I think it was. It was before 91, 92 for sure. You know, but this is important because when I came into the knowledge, you know, and I looked and it was right there, and I was like, wow, you know, because the Neteru are guiding us. And it's very important that we remeasure everything, that we measure everything, and that we begin to use proper measurements. I just took me a shot of oregano. I just took a shot of oregano oil. You know, I had to measure it properly. You know, my stomach ain't feeling too good, but I have to measure properly. But it's measuring everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you illustrated that, brother, because we have to measure everything, question everything. I love how you showed the etymology, the Makait. I took a lot of notes, brother. So Tua and Hinu, and Tua for your great teachings, brother, because I love it. And anytime we're talking about the TEPI and we're talking about the time of the Neteru, I love it. You know, because that's what we have to go. We have to go back to the beginning. You know, we can't, you know, you can't. That's a problem with that I see now that I know, now that our great Saba is teaching us. That's one of the things that I see, is that they stop at the Greeks. You know, they'll go so far, but they stop at the Ptolemies. You know, they can't go further than that. And I don't know what I don't know what the matrix is that they're dealing with, but they don't want the truth. Because if you want the truth, then you got to keep digging, and you got to keep digging, and you got to keep digging. I was telling that to my brother, you know, because he's still, you know, he's where he's at. You know, shout out to him. But it's a process, man. And if you're in these religions, right? If you're still tied to these religions, right? They even say seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. So if you're truly even practicing whatever it is that you're practicing, then you'll keep digging and keep learning. And then eventually, hopefully you'll make it back to the source, which is the ancient Tehuti teachings of the Neteru. So Hinu to everyone that's digging, Hinu to everyone that's, you know, balancing the scales correctly, properly, that's using proper measurements. This was a beautiful, beautiful teaching, brother. So Hinu and Hotep to you, great brother.
Tua, great brother, for I love how you added to the build. And you know, I'm just a baby, and as I am learning things and exploring and digging, I just am sharing. Especially the reason why I wanted to do this share is because I'm learning more and more how important it is that we honor our ancestors and how we honor each other, and how that circle has to be created and that circle has to be unbroken. And so Nook, I would love to build with you, and for us to be righteous judges as it pertains to Bach's life, to Afeni's life, to Matulu Shakur's life, I would love to build around the revolutionary action movement and the Black Liberation Army, because I saw your comment, and this is out of love, and this because I want to learn, and I want to learn from you, and I want us to be able to have these conversations and teach one another and be righteous judges. But I saw one of your comments about Tupac, CIA, MK Ultra, dangerous, helped by the CIA. I would love to learn what you know, because what the Black Panthers did in my community, I lived in a war zone, like straight up, where the police were afraid to come in a community that I lived in, because brothers who were living in the community that came back from Vietnam were like snipers. Then of course all the crime, with all the drugs and everything that was happening in my community, the Black Panthers came to help the Black community. So I want to learn, I want to build with you about what you know about the Black Panthers. For me though, any Black Liberation Army that exists, I want to learn about them and how they helped the community. So I don't know of any information about Pac helping the CIA, but I would like to learn. So any way that we can build around Black liberation, or just conscious liberation, or revolutionary action, I want to learn, because I want to be, I don't want to be stuck in the matrix. So I believe that there are people from the past, they didn't have the teachings that we have from our Saba, but they were doing what they needed to do for their biological imperative. So I want to learn from anyone that would love to build around anything, right? Because we're all here to learn, so that we can measure and that we can be on the right path. So this is just out of love and my curiosity on your comments.
Peace to you, Menkhu. How you feeling after that one?
I feel
all that build, you, all the time you took to put that time in. How you feel?
I feel good, right? Because I'm coming to learn, and I heard Aten. I love the synchronicity, because I heard Aten mention too. He is starting to learn who Tehuti, who he really was, right? And so I want to learn from you, brother. So I would love, and I think we're all coming to learning more about who is Tehuti, right? Because when we don't have these teachings, we hear about the pyramids, right? And that the Egyptians were Black, and we see Nefertiti, right? But we did not have the teachings. We didn't know what Saba knows. And so with what he's sharing is on a whole nother level. And I'm a baby. I'm just, even in the teachings, I'm learning a little by little. So it feels good, to be able to take what Pac said, only God could judge me, and relate it to the Neteru and Tehuti, who is the righteous judge. So I feel really empowered by everything that I'm learning in this energy, since I was able to, with law of attraction, I don't know if Saba attracted me or did I attract him. Either way, I'm very happy to be a student of the Neteru and the master teacher Saba Tehuti and the ancestors, and I just want to honor them.
I think that's a mutual thing. I think that's a mutual energy right there. Like us seeking the root of truth and then Saba being on his journey. I think it's just a crossroad at the end of the day, and that's the most important thing, because the discipline that Saba put in only would attract people like us who are really seeking unbiased truth and really want to grow. So I just think it's just a big energy reciprocity between the journey.
Y'all ain't watched the movies? Come on, man. Y'all watched all the movies, man. Y'all know they say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Y'all really pay attention. It's magic, man. He was talking about primordial thought. He answered your question that you asked yesterday about, I want to know, I think I know how he getting the knowledge and how he tapping in, where he getting it from. Bro, he is the knowledge. He created it. Listen, brother, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult it is, but it's not, right? Because it's just being in alignment. So for me, that's how it was playing out. To me, and it's still playing out like that, right? It's almost like to me, it's playing out like a movie. I'm like, wow, I saw this movie before. I saw this in the movie. And Saba touched on that last night when he was talking about me, because I was like, oh, snap. When I had a realization of where I was at, right? Knowledge-wise, and what I was being exposed to, I was grateful, but then I was fearful, because I was like, oh, snap, I don't want to make the wrong move. My next move got to be my best move, right? So then I became like, oh, snap, like, so then I'm trying to evaluate, well, how did I get here? Well, how did I meet Tehuti? What, being exposed to this knowledge and being on this frequency, Saba, he teaches on that. Brother, I like how you put up the color wheel, because the colors are reflective of the energy. Like the colors was actually reflective of the energy. If you guys go to the Monday Metal classes, Saba teaches on that. Ptah blue, and just, man, it's the synchronicity. Even with, like, he was talking about my name. I never asked for a breakdown of my name, because he does it and he drops gems, and I'm having realizations and beginning to understand just what my name is. Just me studying, me studying and reading, and just, man, it's pure magic that's happening right now. And I just want to give a hinu to everybody that's going through challenges and that's going through something, because in order to move forward, you have to do it a particular way. You're gonna be faced with challenges and adversities, and these are things that this is the language that we use to describe these situations, right? I'm not taking anything away. I'm not minimizing anything for anyone as far as what we're going through. But I'm going to say this, that everything that is happening is designed to make us better. Their situations. So, like, just using, soil, right? The what we would call filth, or the dirtiest soil, which that don't even make sense. But the most fertile soil produces the best crops, right? And that's the darkest soil, and that's the that soil would have a bunch of manure or poop or whatever decomposition or whatever is being used and recycled. And how Geb takes the stuff that passes the physical, and then it turns it into benefit. So anything that you're going through, allow it to benefit you. Go through it and allow yourself to grow and blossom and bloom from that, because the reality is that you can't bloom and blossom from unfertile soil. What we would call filth, what we call trauma, whatever adversity or challenge that we're going through, if you relate that to nature, that's the darkest soil, right? That's the darkest times. That's the most challenging thing, but that produces the best. That produces the best crops. So Hinu to everyone in the chat that supports and that's going through something and that learns something and that got some value. You know, I don't want to be long-winded, but I just feel like it's important that we understand, especially in this day and age, and then being able to look back at the Zep Tepi, the Neteru fought. There was fighting going on, right? It was no just chill, you know. It was no you know, sitting back and chilling, or you know, what you doing today? Chilling. Okay, you know, I got it. You know what I mean? But you know, people do what's important to them, you know. And I'm not saying that everyone should move at the same pace, because you know, you got to put the boat in the water where you at. But I will say, you know, face your challenges and whatever you're going through, face them head on, and you know, imbue the power of the Neteru, imbue that, and call them, and rely on them, and most importantly, in relation to this class today, Tehuti is the wise judge. So seek guidance in wisdom and in truth. And Tehuti was that back then, and he is that now. That energy exists, the Neteru exists. You know, so I just want to give a Hinu and a shout out to everybody in the chat that supports. You either going through something, you just went through something, or you're about to go through something. So Hinu to the Neteru. Peace and love, great brothers.
Hey, Tef, I can't. I know you don't ask questions to Saba because every question is your question. But hey, I can't wait for your first question though. Whatever that is, whatever you got brewing up within that mind to where you hit that wall or that crossroad. Oh man, I feel like that question about to be phenomenal.
Every day I'm at a crossroads, brother. Man, listen, brothers, listen. It's you know, you know what? It's life is a test, man, and I'm learning from each and every one of you brothers. I take everything as a lesson. You know, it's a lesson, and it's something to be learned in every situation. Whether we call it good or bad, whatever we call it, it's something to be learned. And I told Saba yesterday that I can't go back, because to me, that's you know, I'm not hustling backwards. You know, I'm moving at my pace, but I can't go backwards. I'm not going backwards. I'm only moving forward, and I'm rising and I'm elevating. So, yeah, shout out to that, whatever that question to be, primordial thought. But Saba answers the questions. He answers my questions all the time, through you brothers, and through his actions, through his example. Like he said, don't give me advice, give me example. So, you know, anything that I may have, you know, I just look around and look at my environment, and I look and I learn from you brothers. I learn from what people call the good and the bad, as we should, and I use it as fuel. You know, haters make me work harder. Give me gas, I'm gonna go farther. Write a book, I'm the author. You know, so yeah. I need this brother at my job asked me to write a rhyme. He said, man, I'm gonna send you some beats. I want you to rap. I'm like, I ain't no rapper. He's like, no, I need you to. I said, I'm not a rapper. Like I don't rap. He was like, no, I need you to. And I asked him. I said, why? I said, why you asked me that? You know, why did you come to me and ask me that? And he said, because I just want to see what you bring forth. He said, everything that you say is positive and it's beneficial. He's like, I never really hear you talk foolishness. Everything come out your mouth is you know, very positive. And I would love to, he's like an engineer. So I be getting advice from him on like different things, like working the boards and stuff. And he told me that. I was like, all right. So I said to myself, you know, I don't consider myself a rapper. I leave that to you. So I need that good I need that AI thing that Drake used for that Tupac and Snoop thing. I need that AI I need so I could break forth something. But no, I said I was gonna take him up on the on the offer just to not to try to rap or anything, but just to, you know, because he asked, right? And so I never would have expected that type of question from someone. You know, it's just, especially now, but just being led and being inspired and being led by my Eve. So I was like, you know what? Okay. You know, he asked that with good intentions and a good heart. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. You know, I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do it. I haven't even listened to the beats, but so shout out to everyone that inspires you, because I knew you inspired me, great brother. So you know what? I was like, okay, you know, I see what I could do. And you too, Menkhu Ara, and you too, great brother, Primordial Thoughts. So everything is a lesson, brothers.
Yes, Hotep. Yeah, Tua. Yeah, I look forward to that, great brother. Load the beats up.
Hey, I had no intention. I was looking at him crazy, like, what? You to rap. I want you to write. I want you to rap. I want you to write something. And no, he said, I want you to jump on a track with me. I was like, jump on a track with you? What? I'm not no rapper, man. Like, what? You know?
I'm not a rapper either.
Huh?
I'm not a rapper either.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, but the question, it kind of, but you know what the thing is, like, just being open to learning and to new things. It's like, you know what? That's how I got here. That's part of how I got in this space. It was exposing myself to new things and different things, you know. But great things though, you know. Someone, you know, he asked that because he wants to hear my tones, you know, and then understanding that the universe is sound, vibration, and frequency, and you know, Saba is my teacher. You know, it's only right that I you know, at least acknowledge the great brother, because I know he has a pure heart, and I know, you know, where that came from. And he, you know, I was just surprised that he asked me that. And so, you know, I look at it as the netter. They pushing me to do something. I don't know, but he knew to the great brothers, and he knew to the Neteru, because we do exist.
Hey, Ani, I'm curious to know, is almost every thought process in art form? Is it always, do you think in a bar wise? Like, I always want to know from a musician, like people who write lyrics and, you know, they're very poetic. I want to know, is every thought process in art form in a way?
Yes, absolutely. If when certain things align themselves in a particular way, it's able to be expressed, and that's what you all get. But the process of getting to that point, it absolutely is art, and this is also how I create my classes as well. And as you know, when you reach out to me with a bar, and I give you a whole nother part of it that you may have not knew before, it's like that with everything. So even with my backgrounds, and I do certain things that everything definitely is an art form, for sure. And it's a beautiful thing to practice in that way as well. And it really just started to become refined when I started to study the papyruses and see how in tuned and how everything that we did, it was in art form. This is art. And every single thing that we spoke, the language itself was art. The Menkhu just went through the calculations and the measurements. That's literally what created the muses, what they call the 9 muses, the music, then the tech word tekken is art form, which the tech is Tehuti, which is also what's used to weigh the scale. And so when I started to learn this and understand this, it really truly refined everything. So yeah, absolutely. I have notes on top of notes of concepts, but it's one thing to create, and it's another thing to then refine it, because ideas come, ideas flow always, but it's the actual putting forth the action to take the idea and to bring it forward and to make it into something that is tangible. That's the more difficult part than the actual idea of something. But yeah, absolutely, great question. Absolutely. I'm 10 years in the future right now with everything. So it's just, as time just continues to keep moving, you just have to refine your discipline. And this is just for me, I'm speaking to me, refine the discipline and take the idea and then bring it forward into existence. That's the heka, right? That's the heka, that's the words, that's the magic, that's the hook. So yeah, absolutely. That's why I say I'm not a rapper, because the rapping part is just it's like one of the most final things of just taking all of that and now I just put it into words and to record it. Because even coming up to that, the writing isn't rapping. That's something else. Coming up with the concept of visualizations isn't rapping. The actual artwork to go alongside the music, that's something else too. And then the actual engineering of recording the sound, that's something else too. And then the actual mixing and the mastering of the tones to get it correct, that's not rapping, that's something else. So rapping is just one very small thing that we do, because we invented, we're the Medu. We're living out the Medu. So this is, that's the thing that we all do. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and music and frequency is so powerful, and that's another reason why I love these classes that Menkhu is bringing forward with speaking about the Zep Tepi, and even that word. I remember when I first heard that word. That's the Zep Tepi. That's just a fire tone to me that just rings in my ear, and I could play so many words. I could flip and construct and levy together with those two words. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So yeah, Tua for that question. So yes, Hotep, Hinu, Tua to all the great people who are supporting the classes and bringing forth your reciprocity to make sure that we keep our balanced flow within the House of Aten, letting the great brothers know that you appreciate what they're bringing forward. Cash App, PayPal, House of Aten. Utilize those links. Tua to everyone who's watching on the playback. You too also still have the opportunity to support. So if you're listening and you learn something from the class, just let the great brothers know by showing your support and your reciprocity, and I'll show the support that came in for this class here. And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to see great brothers and sisters support this, where there's no isfed, we're not arguing, fighting, doing all this diabolical, trying to overcome someone else, sit and lie and about something to make yourself look better in another situation, and talk down on somebody to make yourself. We don't do that at the House of Aten. This is just pure what we're building, and you're seeing great brothers come forward every single week and showcasing what it is that we're living, what it is that we're working on, and what we're thinking about, what we're studying. And You get to see it live in front of you. And now we have a platform where you can be a Karu, come into the membership, and you can start to practice that too. You can start to apply that too. Because once you then begin to put yourself in that mindset right there, all of what I just spoke about taking an idea, and now you have to create a presentation to organize your thoughts, to take your studies and to put them in a class form and then bring it forward to teach. That's a skill set that you can take and apply in anything that you do in your life, no matter what it is. So, and we provide that opportunity for the Karu. And next month we have some more Karu coming forward to bring their studies forward, and to show you that any and everyone has the ability to overcome that, whatever that limit is that's stopping you from doing that thing that you want to do. That everyone has something that they want to do, and then when it's time to do that, there's a voice in the head that usually tells you or provides an excuse as to why you can't do it. Here we're showing you how to eradicate that voice and to just to come forth, to overcome whatever that thing is that's stopping you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. It's a very powerful, beautiful thing that we're building here that's outside of, that's seemingly outside of just what you're seeing right in front of you. You know, so we're teaching, you all are witnessing business in Ma'at being done right in front of you. You all are witnessing creative minds coming together under one foundation and bringing forth that which is important to you and that which is special to you. And that's a beautiful thing. So Hotep and Henu to all the great Meru, all the great supporters. And again, we just look forward to the Karu just continuing to come forward and bring forth your classes. And I'm still waiting on one of the Karu, or those who are out there and who are working on business, building businesses. And so that way we can put you up and promote you and say, okay, you need this specific type of service. Here, go to this brother here. He's part of the house of Aten. And this is what we are wanting to do. So this is a life. This isn't just, YouTube. So it's a beautiful thing. So Hotep and Henu to everyone who understands that, who understands that and understands that and stands on that, and shows up every single week, and you're doing what you need to do throughout the week to make sure you stay in the frequency to keep showing up. We see people come and we see people go, and we see people come and we see people go. And it's just like there's nothing outside of just the understanding of the frequency. You have to be in alignment. And that's what allows you to exist in a place. When you're no longer of that frequency, you no longer exist in that place. And that's consistent throughout nature. And so it's a beautiful thing when you know that. And for those of you who are consistently showing up, and for the new people coming in, to know what kind of frequency that you are allowing yourself to be a part of and be amongst. And as you come through and you sit in these classes and you take in the information and you're seeing all the subconscious teachings that's happening between a group of brothers that you're seeing, utilizing their skill set. So it's a beautiful thing. And I look forward to all the great Karu as we continue to move forward, to come forward and give their teachings and give their lessons. So peace and love, Hotep Henu, Ma'akaru. And I'll go through and I'll show some of the support that we received for this class. Menkhu Ara, what you over there? I see you over there. What's happening?
I'm laughing at what's in the chat. I'm like, who is this? He called me Froghead.
Oh, wow.
He said, I can open and shut your soul with a word.
Oh,
Okay.
he's trolling. Oh, he's one of those trolls. Yeah, he's one of those trolls, you know, one of those little trolls. But watch this. You know how we deal with trolls? We click that and we click 2 buttons and they out of here. All right, so let's show the supporters. All right, and we'll start with Nook Poo, who sent in 333 for Only Ma'at Can Judge Me. To our Nook Poo, we truly appreciate all that you are and the support that you bring to the House of Aten. Henu, great brother, and Tua for the support. All right, and next we have the wonderful Ox Effect, the calm one with the axe, who sends in 1572 for Reciprocity. Tua Menkhu for your Zep. Ox Effect is definitely one of the greatest supporters, and he supports in every avenue. This great brother is most definitely leading by example on what it means to support that which you appreciate, and it's a beautiful thing. So Tua, great brother Ox Effect, for just doing what you always do consistently and showing what that looks like. So Tua. All right, next we have the wonderful moderator and the House of Aten social media manager, Anu and Antu, who sends in $20 for Tua Hotep Marie Nefer presentation or Sin Menkhu. Anu and Antu, the Nefer duo. Tua, great brother and sister, for everything that you're doing, and again, just for showing the what consistency looks like, what synchronicity looks like. It's a beautiful thing. So, Hotep. Okay, and let me pull up a few more. Henu and Tua, all the great supporters. We appreciate and love you. All right, next we have Kiko Jones, who sends in $9 for Reciprocity. Tua Kiko. Tua Kiko for the $9. Love that number. The Pa'ut, the Pesht. And we appreciate the support. So Henu to you. All right, and next we have the wonderful Gabriela Lopez, who sends in the double 1111 for Sunday's class.
What's good with it?
Primordial thought 9, you're off mute, great brother. Mute him. I don't think think he hears us. Hotep the Primordial Thought 9, and his wonderful mate, Gabriela Lopez, to our sister. Yeah, just coming in and making yourself known, and just showing your ebe and your appreciation. It's a beautiful thing. So Tua, and may you continue to be successful in all the things that you are a part of. So Hotep. All right, next we have Bijan Pharaoh, who sends in $20 for Ma'at music and support. Hinu Saba, I'll rewatch. To our Bijan Pharaoh, we appreciate you, good brother. And of course, Tuan Hinu for playing the music, playing the album SCRIIBE sessions, and Hinu for supporting that, and for supporting the House of Aten. We appreciate you, and Hinu, may everything that you are a part of be successful as well, good brother Hotep. And next we have Robert E. Williams Jr., who sends in $17.72 for support for the HOA. I got to replay. Thanks for the knowledge. Hotep, great brother Robert E. Williams, very consistent brother, always supporting, always in the classes. To you, great brother. And for using TFTN, which Black Alucard created a signature for. Thanks for the knowledge. And you're absolutely welcome. To you for the support. All right. And yes, this is for those who are watching and may not be familiar. This is the support system that we have in place that we just went through. Is through the Cash App and PayPal House of Aten. We're reprogramming the subconscious on what it means to support, and removing, supporting that which kills you, which brings forth the death energy, the death culture, and replace it with that which resurrects you and gives you life, and whatever that is to you. But here at the House of Aten, we are show forth and bringing and being echoes of that, started by the great Saba Tehuti Amen Hotep Ra and the Tehuti pod class. So Hotep and Tua to all the great supporters. Welcome back, Primordial Thought 9. I don't know, you was hot there for a minute. We heard you laughing extremely hard. So I hope everything is great. Hinu, great brother, and Tua for being here with us. Gabriela Lopez says, Tua for the beautiful words. Ani, glad to be a part of this movement. Absolutely, we are glad to have you.
Ptah, I wanted to raise you up on the Medu of the Hepu Ma'at, what that means, and I'm gonna try and put it together and connect what I'm learning as it pertains to the Zep-Tepi, the Neteru, and the laws of Ma'at, because I've been hearing for a long time about the laws of Ma'at, and now I'm trying to figure out its connection, the laws of the universe. The laws of the universe to the laws of Ma'at. So I have a lot of learning and research and exploring to do, but very interested and how it relates.
Yeah, that's going to be a great dig. Yeah, and bring forth the real laws. It's the Pekka Menkhu, and it's we have words, and that's the beautiful thing about what Tehuti has really taught. I'll speak for me. Taught me is just utilizing the words and understanding that these words have meaning so much within the time period today. And I noticed this early on, but it became extra refined when Tehuti pointed it out, and how we'll say things as if so many people make up their own definitions today. You'll see it. They'll be like, "Well, what does this word mean to you?" And it's like, okay, well, that's something. This word actually has a meaning. Like, so someone will say, "Hey, love. What does love mean to you?" And it's okay to make up your own definitions, but it's hard to stick to a foundation when everyone's just making up their own words. So whenever we have that foundation, and it's like, no, this is the word, and here's where the actual root of where the word comes from, and then we can trace it all the way back to the Neteru. And then once you're able to trace it to the Neteru, now you're able to find the teaching to go alongside the word and why it is that word. That's absolutely fire. That's amazing. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what you come up with that. And are you I know you use the multiple dictionaries, but sometimes if you look in the second, because there's 2 volumes of the Budge dictionary. So most times if you can't find a word in the first one, it'll be in the second one.
Okay, I'm gonna use that tool because one of my reasons of being inspired to connect the TEPI, the laws of Ma'at, and the laws of the universe, and the EP, you touched a little bit on laws of the universe, and so I want to go deep because I don't know if that's ever been done where someone's kind of talked about all of it in totality. So I don't know. That might be. I might have to do the baby food version and also send the question in to see what Saba will do with the laws of the universe, because we know what he can do with that. But yeah, I'm very interested in the laws of the universe.
Yes, it's a beautiful topic, and it's a very popular topic today. And you already know what it always goes back to when you look at it today. There's usually 2 books that it goes back to when people talk about the laws of the universe, and it's usually the Kabbalion and the Emerald Tablets. So bring it back to the Medu, great brother.
Yes, the Greeks are probably definitely in that mix too with the laws of the universe. We have to break these matrices. So I'm up for the challenge.
Yes. All right. I'll post the link again if anyone wants to come up and build with us shortly before we get ready to close out. Tua and Hinu to all the great supporters, and Tua for all the trolls too, because there's a beautiful thing that exists within the matrix, and that's illusionary. Because I just love to, because Menkhu, you speak about this a lot too, about the power structure, and you spoke about it in this class too, and who are the righteous judges, and yeah, it's just a wonderful thing. So Tua and Hinu to everyone who helps to put this information out. Like Atef Rem Kim said, you know, your haters, let them speak. You know, spreading oceans, staff toting, the real Moses. This ain't no Bible talk. Haters spread words fast. Let the rivals talk.
Woo!
Let them talk.
Yes,
so that's what we do.
You ain't. Hey, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So, yeah, I just wanted to say, we ready for that. We built for this, and so it's a beautiful thing. Welcome, Nook Poo Nook, to the panel. Great brothers, great to see you. I had to bring Pac in to bring you to the panel. I love you. I see you in the blue. How you feeling, great brother? Oh, you look like you froze. Okay, you back, but we can't hear you. Say something. We can't hear you, great brother.
Say again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can
Can
hear
you
you
hear me
now.
now?
Yes.
All right, cool. Nah, yeah, I had to come in because, you know, I had to keep my word. I said I was going to come up in April. So I was supposed to come in the panel last night, but I passed that on me. But, you know, so I had to come up tonight, you know, because I had to, before April ends, you know, I had to keep my word. You know what I'm saying? I know I got that in the notes.
Yes, I do. And so Tua for coming up and fulfilling that. Absolutely.
That's the first manifestation. Put that on the notes, you heard?
Absolutely. Yes. Henu to you, great brother. Tua, Tua for coming up. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, we're gonna have to I seen you post some videos. Was that in reference to what Menkhu was speaking about?
Yeah, I'm battling with Menkhu right now. Me and Menkhu, you know what I'm saying? Aten in-house debate, yeah.
It's all
you know,
love.
we sharpening up our swords over here. That's what we do.
It's each one teach one. I just shared in the chat, you know,
that's right.
with the with Thug Life, and you know, I just shared what he was trying to do with the community. So, and we can't say that we can't. Pac didn't even have a chance to have his life without the influence of Matula and Afeni. He never was going to be able to work at Home Depot, have a normal life. Afeni defined his life for him. He didn't have a chance to have a normal life. His mom was on the most wanted list. What was he gonna do?
Yeah, Tupac, you know, Thug Life, we still living there. I'm gonna keep it at that. I don't know if you heard that quote before.
Say that again.
Thug Life, we still living it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a Mobb Deep quote. If you ain't know, man, that was a shot right there.
We're gonna have to build. I wanna learn. I definitely want to learn, great brother. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We could get Discord. We could do a FaceTime because I definitely want to learn. And so yeah, I definitely want to honor, you know, the ancestors too. And so and I think you made a really good point in the Discord because you know it was a national movement. And so there were a lot of people involved, right, that did a lot of beautiful things. And one of the things I will say why I'm so strong about the Black Panthers, because I lived in the project in Chicago, and I am a benefactor of the breakfast program. And so the breakfast program fed the children in the poorest communities that were equivalent to third world countries. So when we went to school, we could focus, right? We had nutrition. So the breakfast program was scientific. That's revolutionary, feeding the poor so they can learn. I don't know where I would have been without the breakfast program. So I grew up, I lived in the war zone. I am a benefactor of the Black Panthers. So I always loved them because they fought for me. I grew up in a war zone. I grew up in Dodge City. Let me share this. I'm going to share this live. I'm going to share this. So the area I lived in, it was Wabash, was a project building, the white building that R. Kelly and the Brat grew up in, and then I lived in 220, and then there was a project building called Calumet in Chicago, and really close proximity to Calumet is what now is called O Block. Check this out. Out of all the project buildings that I just named, O Block, you could literally have a picnic in O Block because O Block was not out of all the project buildings I just named, O Block was the safest. Nothing really was going on. That was like a gated community. All the other buildings that I named, oh my God, bro. If I tell you my life and the life that people in Chicago live, you'll die, like straight up. Like I'm talking about I'm talking late 70s, early 80s. So I grew up in a war zone. I grew up in project buildings. And so, you know, times change, right? Because Chicago has gotten worse. Chicago has been number one as the murder capital of the United States of America for like 5 years in a row, with the murder count and people being shot. That number is crazy high. So in the beginning of that, the Black Panthers knew what the people in these project buildings were going through, because those murder rates and the shootings and the drugs and the infant mortality, all of that was already starting. And I was like young, but I walked to school. I had to deal with everything that was going on. We're not even talking, we're talking like a 5-block radius, maybe less than that. So the Black Panthers came in to teach us not how to kill each other, how to feed each other, how to be organized, made publications. So these are the people that I know. I never met Pac, I never met Afeni. I can't speak for the things that Pac did, but I know a lot about the Panthers. So I would love to build with you about the positive aspects. They made mistakes, right? Pac made a lot of mistakes. He basically grew up in front of us, like we can see what was happening with him always being in court, him always having to deal with everything that he had to deal with. So I'm not saying Pac was perfect. I'm not saying he was like a Neteru, or he was like innocent. Like Pac was never gonna have a peaceful life unless he was like in hiding. Afeni had already set the tone for what was going on. The Matrix definitely did not like her for what she was doing. So no, I have no battle. I have zero smoke. I have zero smoke for you, Nook. I love you. Like I grew up in that era. Like I seen them with my own eyes. I know that whole history. So I would love to share with anyone that want to build around the positive aspects of that. And you can call out their faults and their mistakes as well too.
So for the record, I ain't saying nothing about the Black Panthers. This is only about Tupac. So
okay, cool. Okay.
No smoke with the Black Panthers. They did their thing. We talking about Tupac, but hey.
Okay, Pac made a lot of mistakes. Oh my God, he made so many mistakes. So I agree with you. It's all love.
But Tua, it's all good, man. Mary,
Everyone tune into the Discord. We got Menkhu Ara and Nukpu, Pac, a CIA agent. Or was he a revolutionary? Yes, Hindu, great brothers, Tua, Hotep, Ma'at, Marie, great brother Nukpu, Tua for coming up and following through with what you medu, with what you techetu. So Hindu, and we definitely appreciate you and for coming up in the blue light like you do. So Tua and Hotep.
New York.
All right, and there's the Discord link. Everyone, make sure you join the Discord link. We have a community meeting once a month. There is where the Wisdom Wednesday classes are held as well. So all the great Karu, be sure that you are going to the houseofaten.org and utilizing the membership there, because that's how you're able to get everything that we're offering for the great members. So I'm looking forward to everyone making their transition over. And yes, okay, there she is. I was wondering where she was at. There she is. Minty Hotep is here with us. She says, Hotep Hinu, Mary Kes, House of Aten. Hotep Minty, Tua for checking in with us. Glad to see you here in the chat. Yes, sending you much Mary and Aku. And of course, you can always reach out. So Tua and Hotep. All right, and we will begin our closing statements before we close out. Let me check the support links one more time before we close. House of Aten, Cash App, PayPal, houseofaten.org. Okay, yes, we have a support. So let me pull this up for everyone to acknowledge this good brother here. All right, there we go. We have Eric G. That's it. Who sends in 333 for the Nectar Familia.
Nefer Unk. Everything is beautiful in life.
Absolutely. Tua Hotep Eric G. And for your consistent support. Tua, good brother, and hope you are well and thriving. All right. And so yes, we'll begin our closing statements. Nukpu, we'll start with you, good brother. Tua Hotep, and close us out with some Nefer Medu.
Well, I'm gonna start off with Nefer Unk. Peace to Minty for that. But everything is all good. Appreciate y'all having me over here, and everybody keep rowing your boat, keep moving forward, and living in my aunt, Unky and my aunt, and just keep moving forward. Appreciate y'all. Hotep, Neteru, my aunt.
Very powerful, Hotep. All right, Primordial Thought 9, you there, good brother? We'll give him a few moments to return to us. I'll close out. Hotep Hinu Ma'akaru, Tua to all the great Meru, the supporters of the House of Aten, all the great Kuru, Hinu, for everyone's consistency, everyone's discipline. It's just a beautiful thing to be a part of that. So I truly appreciate what everyone brings. Everyone has such Nefer Kas, Nefer Bas, and Ebes, and just to see it be expressed in all the ways that it can be expressed, and to be able to create a platform for everyone to come up to and showcase it to the world. It's just a beautiful thing, and I'm very honored to be in the midst of everyone here. So Tua, Hotep, May you continue to support what we are building. May everyone who has been with us consistently, may you feel the appreciation, may you feel the embrace that we have with you. And we truly appreciate you. And may everyone who is coming into this frequency now, those who have yet to find the House of Aten, who are traversing down their pathway leading up to this, and as you are listening to this now, Tua and Hinu, and thank you for everything that you have been doing to allow yourself to be in the midst of the Neteru. Hotep and Hinu to the great Saba Tehuti for everything that he has done, for everything that he is doing. Hinu Anku Ja Seneb Ucha 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 to his Ma'ah. And may everything align itself in the way for that to be healed, and much Mary to his A'ut and to his Neterets, and to all his animals. So Tua Hotep, Sakim M Ari, Murder Ka'a, Simu Hatu Neteru, Pert Ent Hetep. I obtain the power to do what pleases my Ka. May the hearts of the Neteru lead me. I come forth in peace.
Peace, peace, Hotep. Tua to everyone for your attention. Hinu to the chat. Peace and love to powerful brothers on the panel who set the standard. And of course, to our master teacher, Saba Tehuti, and his Neterts. Hinu to the Neteru for guiding Saba to get to this point. Yes, to Saba for his dedication, for his courage to lead in the way that he is leading. What he has done to get to this point, we don't even know the battles that he has faced, and all the challenges he's endured, all the victory and triumph. He is battle tested. He is battle tested. His journey is a docu-series for the ages. And so his strength, he's getting stronger, he's getting younger. He is a great example of this energy of the Neteru. He is living. He is a living ancestor. He's not a, well, he is a living Neteru. Sailed by the force of the Neteru. So Hinu to you all for your building this new Kemet, and all that you're doing to support this movement and to support yourself. When we honor the ancestors, we strengthen them and they strengthen us. So I will end with this adoration to Tehuti. Come to me, Tehuti, O noble ibis. Come to me and give me counsel to make me skillful in your calling. He who masters it is found fit to hold office. Fate and fortune are to be found with you. Hinu Hotep.
Hinu Hotep, Primordial, you got some closing words, great brother? You there? You back? You wanna what we doing, Ani? We gonna close it out?
Yeah, good brother. You go ahead and close us out.
Okay, peace and love to everybody in the chat. This was a great teaching. Menkhu Ara, definitely look forward to you two brothers' discussion, because this is definitely an example, because this is how we learn, is sharing information with each other and growing and not being disrespectful when we arguing our points, Hinu to all the great supporters. Hinu to everybody in the chat. Everyone that supports the consistency. Hinu to our great Saba Tehuti Amenhotep Ra. Hinu to the great Ani Ptah. Hinu to Primordial Thought, great brother. Hinu to Nukpu. You ain't telling about the pork and beans. But Hinu to everyone that's going through something and the challenges, may you rise. And come join us, House of Aten, Ancient Tehuti and Teachings of Neteru. Back to the source, we the original Axemen. And we will end it with our beautiful affirmation. From today's teachings, ruling and judging, knowing and living the ancient Tehutian teachings of Ma'at aligns us with the Neteru. It gives us our inheritance. The Ma'at print, the Asar print, the Tehuti print, the Ptah print, who is the netter of the blue, which is the blueprint. Asar, Satim, Ten, Tetet, Pin, M-an Ma'a U Ata, N-E-N, Asar U Ba-F, Aha M, Meter Er-F, Sep-F, Ma'a-Her, Makai-Er, and Kim into, Beta-F, Neb-An, Eb-F, Sebu M, Er-Pa'u, and Het-F, Arit, An, Asar. Hear ye, decision this. In very truth is weighed the heart of Asar. Is his soul standing as a witness for him? His sentence is right upon the scales great. Not hath been found wickedness in him any. Not hath he wasted food offerings in the temple. Not hath he done harm indeed. Not. Unki Ema'at, Un-N-S, Nintet or Set Ema'at, Min Hapapet Ema'at, Her in Hukui, Her Ikut. I live for Ma'at. I exist within her. I do not speak in the place of Ma'at. Every day I advance towards Ma'at. My being is surrounded in darkness. I come forth as conscious light.
Don't nobody really want no smoke.
Forget that we the real champions around here.
Yeah, we're here and we're the best.
Better keep teaching like this. You better. Yo, let's go.
Shed. Closed my eyes, then I woke up back in my bed. I could see my room as clear as looking through a lens. See, I thought I was awake, so then I tried to move. But my body shocked me like I was plugged in a socket. I started panicking and scrambling within my mental. I thought I died and now my body, I'm forever locked in. I was screaming, help me, someone help me please. But there wasn't any sound making it through my teeth. I could see movement in motion, shadows gather around me. How could I close my eyes already closed. Eating alkaline at this time, fasting reads so shocking. I was stuck in a paralysis, it had me froze. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth. It's time to shed. I finally started waking up and coming back. I was in the opposite of states effect. That's relaxed, I grabbed my phone and started to do research. Knowledge of what happened, I was in a lack. Insidious, the movie came direct to mind. Every time I've seen this, it was connected to what's not divine. Demons crawling forcefully, holding the body down. Ain't no point in trying to scream, you will not make a sound. Deep within, I knew I made that a reality. The all is mine, I saw it, and so shall it be. I start replacing fear with knowing universe is mental. Talking to my subconscious to wake me up in dreams. Then one day my spirit guides came in so essential. Daylight's astral playing loud in my dream helped to set me free. I'm back in paralysis laying on my couch. But this time I was calm, ready to exit out. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed. From what I read, I need to move my arms in front of me. See a rope and pull it, separate and then release. Now I'm out, I see my house is gleaming, I accept it. Looking in the mirror, staring at my car's reflection. I was so ecstatic, flying in every direction. This was months of subconscious reprogramming and redirection. Place my thoughts in my body, wake up, that's what I did. I was reborn from that day so I could start to live. It's time to shed. It's time to shed. I heard a voice in the back of my head. Rebirth, it's time to shed.